Can I ask you about social media and promotion?
Yeah, definitely.
Because again, I think this is something that a lot of people struggle with, both in terms of what you do. I think there is a genuine fear about putting yourself out there,
Yeah,
because there's always going to be people that are going to slag you off or criticize. But my
yeah,
one point is always that those people don't care if you can't pay your mortgage. So
yeah,
why pander to people that just don't like you? Instead, just
yeah.
focus on you, focus on things that you're like kind of true to, and then just, keep that rolling. But for yourself, for the business, what do you do in terms of kind of raising awareness and getting, yourself out there?
Yeah, so LinkedIn's probably my where I put 90% of my attentions on. I think I set up a Facebook page for my business and an Instagram. I've definitely got an Instagram. I think I've got a Facebook. That was one of those things I did because I thought I had to at the very beginning against like kind of self-legitimizing my business. But yeah, LinkedIn's where I put most of my effort into. And I think it's a good point what you're saying in terms of people being worried about putting themselves out there in case they kind of get negative feedback. Like I'm a massive people pleaser. It's one of my biggest weaknesses. Like I hate it if I think someone's annoyed at us, or if I think someone doesn't like us, even though at the same time I know it really doesn't matter. But especially that thing, if I think someone's annoyed at us, or I think I've let them down, whereas most of the time I haven't, I'm just overthinking it. So going from that to kind of being there on LinkedIn, and sort of LinkedIn, like I say, you are massively putting yourself out there because it is all personal branding that you're building on LinkedIn. It was hard at first, and I think the turning point for me in terms of sort of self-promoting on social media and things like that was just when I realized that I just thought I can just write whatever I want on LinkedIn. I don't work for anyone else. I don't have to speak in a certain way. I don't have to speak the same way some other people are doing on there because I have to. I just kind of chilled out with what I was posting in a way and just put stuff that I wanted to do on. And from there, I saw like a massive difference in terms of engagement, um, messages that I get from kind of other copywriters sort of increased dramatically from there. I guess I just stopped trying as hard
Mm-hmm.
and stopped overthinking it. And if I just wanted to post something because I thought it was funny or if I thought it was helpful, I just started doing it. And that's the biggest sort of difference I noticed. And from there, going from posting what I thought I should be posting to just doing what I wanted.
I must say, a lot of my clients always find it funny because I always equate sales and business development to chatting someone up in a bar.
Yeah.
And it's the classic thing that, and I'm very happily married, by the way, but it's more, but if you go out and you see it with, especially with teenage boys all the time, if you go out on the hunt and you're desperate for it, you repel people. It's obvious. It's actually exactly what you've just said. Just
Yeah.
relax a bit, just be yourself, just have a good time, etc. It seems to work.
That's what it is. And like all of mine is sort of all my marketing strategy at the minute anyway is sort of all inbound marketing. So what I basically do is I just try and get the way I get attention is just trying to be a little bit funny sometimes, but just trying to be as helpful as possible. And then I think by doing that as well, if you're just trying to be helpful continuously, it's like people pick up on that. And
Mhm.
again, if you're just being helpful for being helpful's sake, because you're trying to be nice, if you don't have that hidden ulterior motive there
Yeah.
of trying to subtly kind of promote something and I think, like you say, people definitely do pick up on that. And going back to your analogy, on my LinkedIn bio, that's similar to what I've got on my LinkedIn bio. I'm basically saying, look, I'm not going to convince you to work with me in my LinkedIn bio. Like, you're not going to do that. What I'm saying is trying to promote my services here to you now will be like walking past you in the street, grabbing you by the arm and screaming into your face, do you want help marketing your business? I can help with that. So we need to get to we won't even give each other like an awkward nod and a smile. And that's what I think people do as well, especially when you see people send you messages on LinkedIn that you've never met before,
Mhm.
never spoken to. They've just sent you a message and then you get a cold pitch and something like that. Or they're just continuously trying to sell whatever they sell on LinkedIn as well. People just can't be bothered with it. And people tune off so quickly. And with the algorithms changing on LinkedIn so much as well and restricting the reach, you need to be sort of on it even more, I think, in terms of just like the right kind of message that you're putting out there.
Do you do much video?
I don't know, not yet. So it's something that I'm going to be looking to do, to be honest, because it's one of those things I haven't sort of started exploring yet, but I know the value in it, especially like you say, the stuff that you do. I've noticed where you'll do this episode and then you'll take out sort of and you'll repurpose the content into like little bites that you put on YouTube and stuff like that. It's so worth it, and I know the value of it. It's just something I haven't looked
I think
into yet.
when you recognize your own strengths, so we're both quite happy to talk and just talk all day, but actually, so like one of your superpowers could be you on, you know, talking on video, but you get a lot of people who aren't, that's not right for them. So it's the classic thing of where it's always easy to think, oh, I should be doing more video. Where actually, unless you're comfortable doing it and your genuine self comes across, it's probably the worst thing you should do.
I think it's the same with video as it is like posting online as well. Like I've done bits and bobs where I'll just do it through Zoom, and I'll have me in the corner and I'll have my screen up and I'll be like taking through someone like in a bad email I've got or a good email I've got, or I'll find something that's a bit of a shortcut that I didn't know and I'll share with people. And in terms of video, that's how I'll do mine. And what I found was like I would just there'd be so many takes like over and over again, because I would like stutter at the beginning and then I'd go to the back, and then it got to the point where I just thought, right, next take I'm just going to do it, and then whatever it is I'm kind of posting it out there. And it's one of those things, isn't it? Like you can be practicing, as soon as you press the record button you kind of stiff up and it's a lot harder. So
I had this chat yesterday, and for me, I do everything in one take, unless it's like an absolute shocker, just because hopefully it's the real me, that no human is perfect. But likewise, it is what it is. And actually, but what you're doing is building trust, because actually it's not this picture perfect edited. Because the one thing that you can always tell in my videos when I've done edits, the ticker along the bottom, you'll see it jump when I take out coughs and stuff. But the point is, I think you shouldn't worry too much about being perfect, because actually if people like Alex, they like what you're going to put out, not the scripted version of you. Does that make sense?
Like I say, the more you overthink things, the less you are being your authentic self, aren't you? Because you're then not saying what you want to say because you're being genuine with it. You're thinking, why am I using this? What is in this for me? And as soon as you shift to that, what is in this for me? You're then, like you say, you're not being your true self, and you're not just doing it for the sake of doing it. And like you were saying, just having that shift in mentality of you've started doing stuff just because you want to, and because it's fun. Like that's going to shine through all day, because you're having fun doing it. You're trying different things. You're continuously like pushing the boundaries, I suppose, of what you're doing. Whereas, like you say, trying to script it all together. And I think that's what put me off doing video for so long, was because I thought myself, it's going to take me ages to sit and put together something in terms of a script and a structure together for it looking sort of half professional, whereas actually just doing it kind of, obviously you have your notes and things like that, but as off the cuff as you can, comes across a lot better, I think.